See how you can get involved with the SGA.
Plus, find out what changes will affect students at this week's opening home football game. Stay tuned. TrojanVision Nightly News starts now.
From the high-definition digital production center on the Troy campus, with news from Troy University locations around the world, this is TrojanVision Nightly News.
Hello and welcome to TrojanVision Nightly News for August 26, 2013. I'm Amanda Ford.
And I'm Courtney Addison. Thank you for joining us this evening. The city of Troy is taking part in a nationwide effort that they hope will make the city a nicer and cleaner place to live. Judson Garner has the details.
The City of Troy is now an affiliate to the national nonprofit organization Keep America Beautiful. KAB spokesperson Sarah Visa spoke on the organization's goals.
Litter prevention, waste reduction, and beautification.
Troy Mayor Jason Reeves says projects like these are a win-win.
It's not just about feeling good or being green, it's also about economic impact.
We have several local industries that are supported by recycling.
Troy's Planning and Zoning Administrator Melissa Sanders says making Troy more attractive could attract more businesses.
You can bring more economic development, more businesses, more jobs into the city, and that's what we're hoping to do.
In addition, a separate local organization, Keep Troy Beautiful, will join.
For anyone who is interested in helping keep Troy beautiful, you can call 334-670-6058 or email ktb@troyal.info.
It's game week for Trojan football, and that means students and fans are getting pumped up for Troy's season opener against UAB. However, students need to be aware of some changes to the way they get into the game. Saturday, students will have to have their Trojan ID scanned in order to be admitted into Veterans Memorial Stadium. This is a change from previous years where students only had to show their ID to enter. Only currently enrolled students can use their IDs to enter. Also, students who attend Troy on other in-state campuses will have to pick up their tickets at their respective campuses prior to game day. For Dothan students, they will need to pick up their tickets at the switchboard in Malone Hall. Montgomery campus pickup is at the Information Center in Whitley Hall, and Phoenix City students need to pick their tickets up in the Student Services office in the Adams Building. The Trojans kick off the season at 6 p.m. against the Blazers of UAB. Daniel Percival will have more on the game coming up in sports.
Troy University Student Government Association is looking for new members for its Senate. Applications for the SGA Senate are now available. Even though most Senate positions are filled in the spring, the SGA holds a Senate election in the fall for the residence halls since students tend to change dorms from year to year. SGA President Cody Farrell tells us what seats are available.
If you live in a residence hall on campus, including the Newman Center, or you're a graduate student, we are looking for those positions to be filled in the SGA. I believe there's 15 positions, one for every residence hall, 2 for Trojan Village, and then 1 for the graduate school. It's $5 to apply. You would run for office. The elections will be held Wednesday, September 4th.
Applications are available in the SGA office in Trojan Center Room 215. The applications are due by Wednesday the 28th at 2 p.m. The election once again will be September 4th.
And now taking a look at news from around the state. In Tuscumbia, the Alabama Music Hall of Fame board chairman says the organization has considered relocating the attraction and is fighting to survive. The attraction has been closed since November, and discussions on moving the Hall of Fame have sparked angry responses from county officials who fought to bring the attraction to Tuscumbia.
And in Tuscaloosa, officials are warning property owners that they face penalties if they don't clean up land left after the April 2011 tornado. The twister destroyed hundreds of homes and businesses that haven't been rebuilt, and weedy vacant lots are scattered all over town.
And in Montgomery, they're making moonshine in South Alabama, and it's legal. A company has opened what's being described as the state's first legal distillery. High Ridge Spirit is making legal moonshine in the Stills Crossroads area of Bullitt County. It is now bottling Stills Crossroads Shine.
And still to come on Troy TrojanVision Nightly News, the soccer team got the season started over the weekend. Danielle Percival will be in with the results when she joins us with sports. Thanks, Amanda. Now Danielle Percival joins us with sports. So Danielle, everyone is really hyped up about the first football game being this weekend, but let's not forget that the soccer team actually kicked off this past weekend.
Well, that's right, Courtney. Of course, with the soccer team beginning their season, it was the official beginning of fall athletics. There's a big weekend coming up, but let's look at this past weekend first. And it was a weekend split by the soccer team to get the season started, but it did begin on a positive note. The Trojans used 3 goals in the second half to take the first game of the season against Alabama State 3-0 in Montgomery. The goals were all scored by first-time scorers, including 2 freshmen finding the net. Goalkeeper Madison Winter picked up her 3rd shutout of her career as the Hornets were kept to only 1 shot on goal in the match. But on Sunday, the Trojans' fortunes were not as favorable. Troy was on the road facing Stetson University Sunday in DeLand, Florida. It took overtime to decide the match, but the Trojans lost 2-1 to the Hatters. Maddie Teakin scored the lone goal for the Trojans just before halftime. The loss dropped the Trojans to 500 on the season at 1-1 after their first weekend of play. The Trojans will have their first action at home this weekend during the 2013 Trojan Classic at the Troy Softball Complex. Their first opponent will be Louisiana Tech Friday afternoon. And for football fans, it's finally game week. After months of preparation, the Trojan football team's getting ready to hit the field to face someone other than the B team. Fans are packing up the gear, buying groceries to tailgate, and making sure the grill is ready to be fired up on Saturday. The game week isn't just exciting for fans, however. These coaches also enjoy the atmosphere surrounding the season opener.
I'm excited to go. I'm really fired up about the way the guys have practiced. We've about got everybody healthy on offense coming into this week, so we're really excited. We got some really good combinations, got some great competition going, and we're just ready to play somebody else and see how it turns out.
It's going to be a big weekend here, and we're all looking forward to it. And I'm really looking forward to it, to see how our players, play. And I think they'll play hard, and I think they'll play good.
Throughout the week, we'll be getting you prepared for the opener, but if you want to relive the 2012 victory the Trojans had against the UAB Blazers in Birmingham, tune in to Trojan Vision tomorrow night at 7:30. The Trojans will begin the 2013 season Saturday night at home against the Blazers with kickoff at 6 p.m. And their season has not begun, but the preseason picks are in for the Sun Belt Conference volleyball teams, and the expectations are high for the Trojans. In the preseason poll, the Trojans were picked to finish 2nd in the conference, tied with UALR, with only Western Kentucky ahead of Troy. The Hilltoppers were the clear front-runner, unanimously taking the top spot. The Trojans did also have 2 preseason all-conference selections in senior Alexandra Alexander and sophomore Blair Winston. This is the first time Troy has had preseason all-conference selections. Both Alexander and Winston finished last season as second-team all-conference selections. Last season, the Trojans finished with a 10-5 conference record and finished in 2nd place in the conference, which was their best finish in Sun Belt play. The Trojans will get the 2013 season started in September on Labor Day with the home opener against Georgia Southern at 2 p.m. The Troy Baseball Hall of Fame has 4 new members who have been selected for the 2013 class. The members include Adam Godwin, a Trojan outfielder from 2004 through 2005, who finished the 05 season as the Atlantic Sun Player of the Year. He led the country with 84 stolen bases and became the first Trojan to record 90 hits in a season. Another inductee, Nate Moore, also was tops in the country the season before in 2004 as he led the country with a 1.25 ERA. Moore allowed only 9 runs over 64 and 2/3 innings pitched in 32 appearances and struck out 84 batters. He was the Trojans' first ever first-team All-America selection. And rounding out the players was Eric Wickstrom, a pitcher for the Trojans from 2001 through 2004. Wickstrom is in the top 10 in school history in 9 categories, including tied for 2nd in games started with 55 and 3rd in school history with 224 strikeouts in his career. But it wasn't just players that were recognized in the Hall of Fame class. Broadcaster Jerry Miller, who has been with the Trojans for the past 20 seasons, is also a member of the Hall of Fame and says it is an honor to share it with such a great class of players.
I was a little bit shocked when I was notified, but really a deep honor for a lot of different reasons. When I think about being forever linked with that program and what it's meant, I couldn't be more honored for that. And to know the process that they go through to bestow this honor on somebody, I'm very, very flattered about it.
These inductees will be honored on October 4th at Riddle Pace Field at the 2013 Alumni Game. The Troy Baseball Hall of Fame has enshrined 47 players, 13 supporters, and 3 coaches since its inception in 1992. So Amanda, Courtney, best of luck to the soccer team as They've started the season, but they will have a couple more games of action this upcoming weekend. Of course, this weekend's going to be a jam-packed weekend of Trojan athletics with soccer, cross country, and football all at home. So great time for Trojan fans to come out and show their support. Hopefully they'll be able to do just that.
Exactly, and hopefully the weather will cooperate and everybody can go out and enjoy the game.
That's right. Hopefully we get a couple of W's this weekend too.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Thanks,
Thank you, Danielle.